Today we shall discuss regarding present perfect tense usage. Already you know the present perfect tense. Present perfect means which action completed before a long time duration or short time duration, and whose the result is in the present. We use the present perfect tense. Already we have seen the structural form, and here the action is completed. You don't have any concern with the present activity. There is no hope on future activity. The action started, completed like a past. And here we are talking about the result part of the completed action in the present is called present perfect. When the action completed before a long time duration or short time duration and whose the result is in the present is called present perfect. Here you are using has or have plus V3 is used in the present perfect tense. Has is used for the third person singular subject like he, she, and for the subjects I, comma, you, comma, we, comma, they, we use have plus V3. That will be the structural form. Then how can we come to know here the action completed and we are talking about the result part of the completed action in the present. మనకు ఎట్లా తెలుస్తుంది పని అయిపోయింది దాని ఫలితం గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాము అని. See, for every tense we have got some indicators. For every tense we have got some temporal adverbs. Whenever you come across every daily, regularly, continuously, generally, often, always, usually, several, sometimes, occasionally, alternatively, rare, frequently, that indicates a present simple tense. Whenever you come across a now, still, at present, or caution in a sentence, those sentences can be identified as present continuous tense. Whenever you come across just, ever, never, yet, already, so far, before, these temporal adverbs always indicate the present perfect tense. Here, whenever you come across just, ever, never, yet, already, so far, before, that indicates that the action completed and we are talking about the result part of the completed action in the present. ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ టెంపోరల్ అడ్వర్బ్స్ ఎప్పుడైతే ఉపయోగిస్తామో జస్ట్ ఎవర్ నెవర్ ఎట్ ఆల్రెడీ సో ఫార్ బిఫోర్ వచ్చాయంటే మన అక్కడ పని అయిపోయింది దాని ఫలితం గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాము అని అంటాం. బట్ వన్ ఎక్సెప్షన్, వెనెవర్ యూజ్ నెవర్, ఇఫ్ ద నెవర్ ఇండికేట్స్ habitual action, that indicates the present simple. I never drink coffee. There, never is used to indicate your habitual action. At that time, you can use the present simple tense. See here, I dash just to complete my work. Here, the word just indicate that the action completed and we are talking about the result part of the completed action in the present. She dash never see such a lazy boy. ఇంతవరకు ఆమె ఇంత సోమరిపోతు వ్యక్తిని చూడలేదు. Here never, that she is talking about the result part. Dash you dash ever visit thought, ever indicates present perfect tense. ఇంతవరకు ఎప్పుడైనా చూశావా? You dash already leave this place. They dash already leave this place. They dash already indicate the present perfect tense. She dash not pay her electricity bill at. That indicates, even though that indicates the negative, but here that indicates the present perfect tense. We dash not meet him so far. Generally, yet and so far, generally it is used to indicate in the negative sentences. I dash have my meal before his arrival. Here the word before indicates the present perfect tense. Whenever you come across these temporal adverbs, those temporal adverbs indicate the present perfect tense. When you are coming to the present perfect tense, has or have plus V3 is used. Here I, complete is the main verb. I have just completed. Here one more thing. Generally, just, ever, never, already, these temporal adverbs can be placed in between the helping verb and main verb. It is a helping verb, it is a main verb, in between you are putting just. Say, she dashed, never see such a lazy boy. She has never seen. She has never seen such a lazy boy. Dash you dash ever visit Taj. Have you ever visited Taj? They dash already leave this place. They have already left. See, generally, leave, nivasinchuta, leaved. This is different. Leave, vajini veyuta, vidichipettuta, leave, left. Here, they dash, they have already left this place. She dash not pay her telephone electricity bill yet. She hasn't paid her electricity bill yet. We dash not meet him so far. We haven't met. We haven't met him so far. I dash have my meal before his arrival. Here, have is the main verb. See, I have. What is the third form? Had. I have had my meal before his arrival is an answer. See, whenever we use, when the action completed and we are talking about the result part of the completed action in the present, we use the present perfective tense. While you are using the present perfective tense, whenever you come across just, ever, never, yet, already, so far, before, those temporal adverbs indicate the present perfective tense. And this is the usage of present perfect tense. And now so far we have seen present perfect tense. Now come to the present perfect continuous uses. See, present perfect continuous uses. See, it is at most important in every competitive exam, and it is at most important in your IP also. Definitely you are going to get 1 mark from this present perfect continuous tense. So all of you listen carefully. And here, first of all, let me know what is meant by present perfect continuous tense. When the action started before somewhere else in the past and still it is going on, we use the present perfect continuous tense. Already we have seen the structure. ఎప్పుడో భూతకాలంలో మొదలైన పని ఇంకా మన కళ్ళ ముందు కొనసాగుతూ పోతూ ఉంది. దాన్ని మనం ప్రెజెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ అన్నాం. ఇన్ ప్రెజెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ టెన్స్ యు ఆర్ యూజింగ్ హ్యాస్ ప్లస్ బీన్ ప్లస్ V1 plus in form is used, or else have plus been plus V1 plus in form is used. When we use the has plus been plus V1 plus in form, in case of the subject is he comma, she comma, it, we are using has plus been plus V1 plus in form. In case of the subject is I comma, you comma, we comma, they, we use have plus been plus V1 plus in form is used. Means here the action started before somewhere else in the past and still it is going on, we use the present perfect continuous tense. You may have a doubt. How can we identify? Here the action started before somewhere else in the past and still it is going on. See, already I told you, for every tense you have got an indication. Whenever you come across every, daily, regularly, continuously, generally, often, always, usually, several, sometimes, occasionally, alternatively, frequently, that indicates a present simple tense. They are the habitual actions. Whenever you come across now, still, at present, caution, those sentences can be referred as a present continuous tense. There the action is in continuing process. Whenever you come across just, ever, never, yet, already, so far, before, that indicates present perfective tense. It is very important. Whenever you come across the since or for prepositions, in all present simple, present continuous, present perfect, you are going to find the temporal adverbs. But here you are going to find the preposition. గతంలో ఉన్నటువంటి టెన్స్ అన్నిటికి కూడా మనము టెంపోరల్ అడ్వర్బ్ చూసినాం, కానీ ఇక్కడ ప్రిపోజిషన్ చూడండి. Whenever you come across since or for prepositions, those sentences must be referred in the present perfect continuous tense only. And when we use the since, when we use the for, since is used to indicate the point of time in a sentence. Whenever you come across the point of time in a sentence, that should be identified with the preposition since. Whenever you come across the period of time is identified with the for preposition. See, whenever you come across the point of time, that should be indicated by since preposition. Whenever you come across the period of time, that should be indicated by for preposition. Whenever you come across the since or for preposition, those sentences must be referred in the present perfect continuous tense. Then what is meant by point of time? What is meant by period of time? Specific time factor is called point of time. Specific. For example, particularly I am telling the sessions of the day: morning, afternoon, evening, sessions of the day, or else certain day, Sunday, Monday, specifically certain day, or date, 10th July, 15th August, certain month and certain day, or else year, 2020, 2019, certain year you are mentioning. And see, sessions of the day, certain date, certain year. And sometimes phases of the human life, that is marriage, death, birth. Say marriage, death, birth. These three things will be occurred at a specific time factor only. Hence, these things also can be taken as a point of time. Means whenever you come across a particular time factor, and for example, time 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whenever you come across that specific time factor is called point of time. Period of time means, for example, in order to say the sessions of the day, for example, 2 hours, or days, or week, or fortnight. Fortnight means what? 15 days, or month, or year, or decade, or century, or ages. Say, or else minutes. Say minutes, 2 hours, days, week, fortnight, month, year, decade, century, ages. They are called period of time. This is a specific time factor. This is the duration of time factor. And whenever you come across a specific time factor that is known as the point of time, that should be indicated by since preposition. Whenever you are going to come across the duration of time factor, that is identified as the period of time. Period of time should be indicated by for preposition. Whenever you come across the since or for prepositions, those sentences must be written in the present perfect continuous tense only. And once you are using the present perfect continuous tense, you have to use has plus been plus V1 plus ing form, or have plus been plus V1 plus ing form is used. In case of the subject is third person singular subject, you have to use has plus been plus V1 plus ing form. In case of the subject is I comma, you comma, we comma, they, you have to use have plus been plus V1 plus ing form is used. See, for example, see here, she dash work here since her marriage. Here, marriage is taken as a point of time, it is indicated by since preposition. Whenever you come across the since preposition, that should be written in present perfect continuous tense. Subject is third person singular subject. In case of the subject is third person singular subject, you would use has plus been plus V1 plus ing form. So, has been working. She has been working here since her marriage. They dash observe the results in various institutions dash last 2 decades. Last 2 decades, it is the point of time or period of time? It is the duration of the time. Duration of the time is known as a period of time. Period of time should be indicated by for preposition. For the last 2 decades. Here they dash observe this result. The results in various institutions for the last 2 decades, they have been observed. I dash teach English dash 1995. 1995 is a specific time factor. It is a point of time. Point of time should be indicated by since preposition. So, since 1995. I dash teach English, saying I have been teaching. I have been teaching English since 1995. We dash have played cricket dash 11 o'clock this morning. 11 o'clock is a point of time. Point of time should be indicated by since preposition. Here since is used. And they dash have played cricket since 11 o'clock this morning. See, we have been playing. We have been playing cricket. We have been playing cricket since 11 o'clock this morning. Say, for example, sometimes without since and for also you can use the present perfect continuous tense. If a sentence begins with how long, if a sentence begins with how long, it should be referred to the present perfect continuous tense. For example, how long you dash learn English. How long dash you dash learn English. Here the word how long indicates present perfect continuous tense. So how long have you been learning English? How long have you been learning English? See, if a sentence consists of since or for prepositions, those sentences must be referred in the present perfect continuous tense. And if a sentence starts with the how long, that should be referred in the present perfect continuous tense. Since is used to indicate the point of time and for is used to indicate the period of time. Whenever you come across since or for prepositions, those sentences must be referred in the present perfect continuous tense only. This is the usage of present perfect continuous tense, and it is most important in the IPE and in every competitive exam. You are going to get 1 mark. They may ask with the usage of preposition since for, or else they may ask on the pronoun area of tenses. This is regarding the usage of present perfect continuous tense. Now come to the past simple tense. In the past simple tense, here the action completed before a long time duration or short time duration is called past simple tense. Here you don't have any concern with the yesterday's activity, there is no hope on future activity. Here the action started, completed. We are talking about only activity concerned. If we talk about the result part of the completed action in the present, that becomes present perfect. We have seen. And here, whenever you come across the action started, completed, only activity concerned, that becomes past simple tense. In the past simple tense, you are using only V2. Either the subject is singular or plural. And in case of the negative sentences and the interrogative sentences, you are using a did along with the V1. Whenever you come across the did follows V1, that also indicates a past simple tense. Here V1 indicates the present form, but how can you say it is in past form? V1 precedes the present form, precedes the did. Did is the second form of the verb. Here did itself indicates the past form, no need to use again second form of the verb. Did అనేది past form ను సూచిస్తుంది కాబట్టి did తర్వాత V1 వస్తుంది. అక్కడ V1 ఉంది కదా అని చెప్పేసి అది past tense కాదు, that is present tense కాదు, that is the past tense. Here how can we come to know here the action completed? We don't have any concern with the result. Whenever you come across just, ever, never, yet, already, so far, before, whenever you come across these temporal adverbs, they indicate that the action completed, and we are talking about the result part of the completed action in the present. But whenever you come across last, yesterday, ago, previous, these temporal adverbs indicate the past simple tense. These temporal adverbs indicate that we don't have any concern with the result part and it is only activity concern. So whenever you come across the last, yesterday, ago, previous, these temporal adverbs indicate the past simple tense. I just see a movie last night. Here the word last indicates the past simple tense. Either the subject is singular or plural, you use only second form of the verb. See, saw, seen. See, saw, seen. I is the subject, so saw. I saw a movie last night. They just informed me yesterday. The yesterday indicates the past simple tense. Informed. So, informed. They informed me yesterday. He does not get the best rank in MSET in the previous year. The word previous indicates the past simple tense. So, here not is there. Whenever you come across a negative or interrogative sentence, you should use the did along with the V1. So, did. He didn't get got, gotten, that is according to the American English, got according to the Britain English. Our Indian English is a received pronunciation from Britain English, that's why we use got. So, he didn't get the best rank in MSET in previous year. A moment ago indicates past simple tense. A moment ago I Hear, hear, heard. I heard a strange noise. And the dash wait for me last night. Here you come across the for preposition. See, you should not be confused. When for is used to indicate the period of time, then only you can use the present perfect continuous tense. Here for is used, it is, see, me is governed by for here. Me is governed by for here. It is not a period of time or point of time, it is an accusative case. Generally, nominative cases can be used in a subjective place, accusative cases can be used in objective place. Me is an accusative case, for the I it is used in objective place, and so me accusative case is governed by for preposition. And so there is no point of time, period of time to indicate the since or for preposition. So it should be referred in the past simple tense, because whenever you come across the word last, so past simple. They waited for me last night. Now come to this example, and you should not be confused. And they dash wait for me for the last an hour. See, here you will find for preposition, here also you will find for preposition. And here me is governed by for preposition. Here last an hour is governed by another for preposition. See, here me is governed by for preposition. It is not a period of time. For the last 1 hour, an hour is the period of time. Here this period of time is governed by for preposition. Means here for is used to indicate the period of time. Whenever you come across the since or for preposition to indicate the point of time or period of time, then you can use present perfect continuous tense. So here you write have been waiting. They have been waiting for me for the last an hour. Here, for the last an hour is the period of time. It is indicated by for preposition. That's why we are using present perfect continuous tense, even though you consist of the word last. Here, last temporal adverb. This temporal adverb is modifying an hour. Time factor. And entire this time factor is called period of time. This period of time is indicated by for preposition. And one more, in order to indicate the historical past, some historical past we use the past simple tense. Historical past, historical events. For example, we win political independence in 1947. We dash to win political independence in 1947. See here, without the temporal adverbs last, yesterday, ago, previous, you can write that sentence in past simple. Because that indicates the historical event, historical past. Say, we dash, we won political independence in 1947. Another example, Babur. Be the founder of Mughal dynasty. See, Babur dash be the founder of Mughal dynasty. Here, Mughal dynasty, the ruling of Mughals is a historical event, historical past. That must be referred in the past simple tense only. Babur dash be the founder. Be, whenever you come across the be as a main verb, if it is in present simple, you have to use is, am, are. If it is in past simple, you have to use was or were. Was is used for the singular subject, were is used for the plural subject, Babur is singular. So, Babur was. Babur was the founder of Mughal dynasty. These two are the historical events. So, besides this rule, historical events must be referred in the past simple tense. And so, under these two rules, we use the past simple tense. Whenever you come across the historical events that should be referred in the past simple, And second one, whenever you come across the last, yesterday, ago, previous, those sentences must be referred in the past simple tense. Now come to the past continuous tense. Here, past continuous tense means when we use the past continuous tense. When we are narrating our past events, we use the past continuous tense. While we are giving a retrospective narration, గతంలో జరిగిన వాటిని మనము మన యొక్క హావభావాలను చెప్తున్నప్పుడు ఈ past continuous tense ఉపయోగిస్తాం. Here, when you are coming to the past continuous tense, when the action was going on in the past, we use the past continuous tense. Already we have seen the structural form regarding the past continuous tense. In order to indicate the continuous, there should be verb plus ing form. Once you are using the verb plus ing form, it should not be used alone. It always accompanied with the be form. That is, here was or were is used as the be form. Instead of was were, if we use is, am, are, that becomes present continuous tense. And in case of the subject is singular subject, here he, she, it, along with I. In the I is used treated as a plural in the present tenses. I is treated as a singular in the past tense. Say, whenever you come across the subject I, comma, he, comma, she, comma, it, you have to use was plus verb plus ing form. Whenever you use you, we, they, we use verb plus ing form that indicates the past continuous tense. For example, if we take the verb write, I was writing, he was writing, she was writing, it was writing, you were writing, we were writing, they were writing. Say, so that indicates the past continuous tense structural form. Already we have seen. Now, when we use the past continuous tense, once you are using the past continuous tense, there should be three conditions. One is there should be two actions in a sentence. There should be two actions in a sentence. There should be two actions in a sentence. One action should be in the continuing process. Another action must be the completed one. One action should be in the continuing process. Another action must be in a completed one. And generally, when two actions are there, means generally one subject, one verb, one object. One subject, one verb, one object. This will be one sentence, this will be one sentence. One might be in the continuing process, another might be in the completed one. Whenever you come across two subjects and two verbs and two objects, they are needed for conjunction to connect. Isn't it? ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక వాక్యం అంటున్నామో ఒక వాక్యంలో సబ్జెక్ట్ వర్బ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది, రెండో వాక్యంలో రెండో సబ్జెక్ట్ వర్బ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది. రెండు వాక్యాలు ఉన్నప్పుడు రెండు వాక్యాలు కలపడానికి ఒక కన్జంక్షన్ కావాలి. సో two sentences will be there and these two sentences must be connected with the help of a conjunction. That conjunction might be while or when conjunction is used in the past continuous tense. Whenever you come across a while conjunction, 99% they belongs to past continuous. Blindly you can identify. In the exam also, whenever you come across two actions, while conjunction is there, blindly you can go with the past continuous tense. While అనే conjunction వచ్చి రెండు వాక్యాలు ఉన్నాయి, ఖచ్చితంగా past continuous uses. Whenever you come across the when conjunction, there may be 50% choice. It may be past continuous usage, it may be past perfect usage. Isn't it? Whenever you come across a while or when conjunction can be used in the past continuous usage. See, there should be two actions in a sentence. One action should be in the continuing process, another action must be the completed. Generally, while conjunction, sometimes when conjunction is used. Third rule, whenever you come across two actions cannot be occurred simultaneously. So prior action, lateral action. Prior action must be referred in past continuous tense. Later action must be referred in the past simple tense. ఇచ్చిన వాక్యంలో రెండు పనులు ఉంటాయన్న. రెండు పనులు అంటే రెండు వాక్యాలు ఉంటాయి. రెండు వాక్యాల కూడా కండిషన్ ఉంటుంది. దానిలో ప్రేయర్ యాక్షన్ మస్ట్ బి రిఫర్డ్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్. లాటర్ యాక్షన్ మస్ట్ బి రిఫర్డ్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్ సింపుల్. ముందు జరిగిన దాన్ని పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ లోను, తర్వాత జరిగిన దాన్ని పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ లోను సూచించాలి. నౌ వి షుడ్ గో విత్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. Now you observe these examples. While I dash read a novel, someone dash knock at the door. While she dash watch TV, the mobile dash ring. While I dash cross the road, I dash see a snake on the road. She dash dance when I dash enter the hall. Enter the hall. Here, in every sentence, you are going to find two actions. While I dash read the novel, reading is one activity. Someone knocked at the door, knocking is another activity. While she dash watch TV, the mobile rang. Here, watching is one activity, ringing is another activity. While I dash cross the road, I dash see a snake on the road. Crossing is one activity, seeing is another activity. She dash dance when I dash enter the hall. Dancing is one activity, enter is another activity. Here there are two actions are there in a sentence. One action should be the continuing process, another action must be the completed one. While I dash read novel, someone knocked at the door. నేను నవల చదువుతున్నప్పుడు ఎవరో డోర్ తట్టారు. చదువుతున్నప్పుడు here the action was going on here and it is a completed one. While she dash watch TV, the mobile ring. ఆమె టీవీ చూస్తున్నప్పుడు మొబైల్ మోగింది. చూడడం అనేది పని కొనసాగుతుంది, రింగింగ్ అవడం పని జరిగిపోయింది. While I dash cross the road, I dash see a snake on the road. నేను రోడ్డు క్రాస్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఒక పామును చూశాను రోడ్డు మీద. క్రాస్ చేయడం అనేది పని కొనసాగుతుంది, చూడడం అనేది పని అయిపోయింది. She dash dance when I dash enter the hall. ఆమె డాన్స్ చేస్తూ ఉంది ఎప్పుడైతే నేను హాల్లోకి ఎంటర్ అయ్యాను. ఇక్కడ డాన్స్ చేయడం అనేది పని కొనసాగుతుంది, ఎంటర్ కావడం అనేది పని అయిపోయింది. In that way, you are going to find what is a continuing process, another one is a completed action. And here, generally, while conjunction, sometimes when conjunction is used. Here, while conjunction, here while conjunction, here while conjunction, here when conjunction is used. Now come to the third rule, prior action and later action. Prior action means the action occurred which earlier. Prior action means earlier completed action. Later action means the next completed action. Earlier action must be referred in the past continuous. Later action must be referred in the past simple tense. While I dash read a novel, someone dash knock at the door. Which is the prior action, which is the later action? ఎప్పుడైతే నేను నవల చదువుతున్నానో అప్పుడు ఒకతను ఎవరో డోర్ తట్టారు అంటున్నాం. ఏది ముందు జరిగింది? రీడింగ్ ఇస్ ఎ ప్రైర్ యాక్షన్. సో ఇట్ మస్ట్ బి రెఫర్డ్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్. పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ మీన్స్ వాట్? Was or work plus inform is used. Was plus work plus inform or work plus inform is used in the past continuous tense. I is the subject, so I was reading. While I was reading a novel, someone dash knocked at the door. Later action must be referred in the past simple tense. Knocked. So second form of the verb knocked at the door. And while she dash watch TV, the mobile dash ring. ఆమె ఎప్పుడైతే టీవీ చూస్తుందో అప్పుడు మొబైల్ మోగింది అంటున్నాం. టీవీ చూడడం అనేది ప్రేయర్ యాక్షన్, మొబైల్ రింగ్ చేయడం అనేది later action. See, she dash watch TV. It is the prayer action. Prayer action must be referred in the past continuous tense. So, was watching. Say, while she was watching TV, the mobile rang. It is in past simple, so rang. See, instead of I, if you take they, so that you are going to have a example for the plural. While they dash across the road, they dash see a snake on the road. While వాళ్ళు రోడ్డు క్రాస్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు వారు రోడ్డు మీద పామును చూశారు. ఏది ముందు జరిగింది? రోడ్డు క్రాస్ చేయడం ముందు జరిగింది. So it is a prayer action. Prayer action must be referred in the past continuous. Past continuous means in case of the subject is I, she, singular subject. That's why you are using the was. Here there is a plural subject. Hence you have used were. They were crossing. They were crossing the road. They dash see a snake on the road. Next action means latter action must be referred in the past simple. It should be written as saw. See, saw, see. Second form of the verb. She dash danced when I dash enter the hall. నేను ఎప్పుడైతే హాల్లోకి ఎంటర్ అయ్యానో ఆమె నాట్యం చేస్తూ ఉన్నది. హియర్ విచ్ ఇస్ ద ప్రేయర్ యాక్షన్? ఆమె డాన్స్ చేయడం అనేది ప్రేయర్ యాక్షన్. ఆమె డాన్స్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నది, నువ్వు ఎంటర్ అయ్యావు. సో ఎంటర్ కావడం అనేది లాటర్ యాక్షన్, డాన్స్ చేయడం అనేది ప్రేయర్ యాక్షన్. Prayer action must be referred in the past continuous tense. So, she was dancing when I entered the hall. So, this is the usage of past continuous tense. In the past continuous tense, there should be two actions in a sentence. One action should be the continuing process, another action must be the completed one. Generally, while conjunction, sometimes when conjunction is used, prior action must be referred in the past continuous, later action must be referred in the past simple tense. Here, while you are using the past continuous tense, you are using was or verb plus inform. While you are using the past simple tense, you have to use only second form of the verb is used. This is the usage of past continuous tense. In your IP exam, you may get 1 mark related to the past continuous usage and past perfect usage. Say generally, most of the time, from the present simple usage, from the present continuous usage, you are going to get 1 mark. From the present perfect usage, present perfect continuous usage, you are going to get 1 mark. While you are coming to the past simple usage, 1 mark you will get. Past continuous and past perfect continuous. Past continuous and past perfect usage, you are going to get 1 mark. See, regarding the past continuous, past perfect usage, you are going to get 1 mark. Either you may get in a correction of sentences or in the tenses which you may get. So it is at most important along with the past perfect. Say we have seen the past continuous tense earlier. Now come to the past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is also at most important. When we use the past perfect tense, whenever you come across more than one completed actions in a sentence, generally one completed action can be referred to the past simple. You don't have any concern with the present activity, there is no hope on future activity. But here you are going to find one completed action here. In addition to that, another completed action is here. Whenever you come across two completed actions, if you say both the completed actions in the past simple, where is the priority for the earlier completed action? రెండు జరిగిపోయిన పనులు ఉన్నాయి. ఆ రెండింటినీ కూడా పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ లోనే చెప్పేస్తే ముందు జరిగిన దానికి ఏమైనా ప్రాధాన్యత ఇచ్చినట్టు ఉంటుందా? ఉండదు. See, actually, in fact, we have to give priority for the earlier completed action. So, for the earlier completed action, whenever you come across two completed action, earlier completed action must be referred in the past perfect tense. At that condition, we use the past perfect. While you are naming the past perfect tense, perfect means there should be V3. Once you are using the V3 should not be used alone. It always accompanied with an auxiliary verb in the perfect tense had. Either the subject is singular or plural, you have to use had plus V3. Subject singular lo unna, plural lo unna verb yokka మూడవ రూపాన్ని ఉపయోగిస్తూ had ని ఉపయోగించాలి. Here had indicates the past form, V3 indicates the perfective form. Totally it becomes past perfect tense. మరి పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ టెన్స్ వాడుతున్నప్పుడు ఏ విధమైనటువంటి కండిషన్స్ అనేది వస్తుంది? హియర్ ఆల్సో యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫైండ్ ద 3 కండిషన్స్. ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ దేర్ షుడ్ బి 2 యాక్షన్స్ ఇన్ ఎ సెంటెన్స్. దేర్ షుడ్ బి మోర్ దాన్ 1 యాక్షన్స్ ఇన్ ఎ సెంటెన్స్. Generally there may be 2 actions in a sentence. And both the actions must be the completed one. Both the actions must be completed one. రెండు కూడా పూర్తయిపోయిన పనులు ఉండవాలి. See, one is the continuing process, another one is the completed process. Then we go with the past continuous and past simple. And here both actions are completed one. Generally, after conjunction or before conjunction, sometimes at that time, at that moment, phrases can be used. Generally, after, before conjunctions can be used. And sometimes when conjunction is also used. Whenever you come across after or before conjunction, 99% they related to the past perfect. As whenever you come across the while, that indicate the past continuous like that. Here, whenever you come across after, before conjunction, that indicate the past perfect. Whenever you come across the when, there may be possibilities. 50% choice for the past perfect, 50% choice for the past continuous. If we assume, if we say the action was going on in the past, we use the past continuous. If the action completed in the past, we use past perfect. So, after, before, when conjunctions can be used, at that time, at that moment, phrases can be used. And here also, when both actions are completed, means both actions cannot be completed simultaneously. One may be prior, one may be latter. So prior action must be referred. Prior action must be referred in a past perfect. Latter action must be referred in past simple tense. There prior action you are writing the past continuous. Here you are writing past perfect. Latter action must be referred in the past simple tense. That indicates the past perfect tense. Whenever you are using the past perfect tense, there should be two actions in a sentence. Both the actions should be completed one, and generally after before conjunction, sometimes when conjunction is used, prior action must be referred in the past perfect, latter action must be referred in the past simple tense. For example, say if you observe this example, the train dash leave the platform. The train dash leave the platform before we dash reach the railway station. Patient dash die before doctor enter the operation theatre. I dash have my meal before he dash have. We dash discuss this matter after she dash leave this place. When she dash see a tiger, she dash faint. At that time the bus dash come into my view, I dash prepare to know. If you observe this example, in every sentence you are going to find the two actions. Leaving the platform is one, reaching the railway station is one. Dying is one, entering is one. Here having, here also both having. Discussing, leaving. Seeing, fainting. Coming, preparing. In every sentence you are going to find two verbs, means two sentences are there. And here both the sentences are connected with the help of before preposition here, before preposition here also before, and here after preposition. Here you come across the when conjunction, and here at the time phrase is used. And here before conjunction, here also before conjunction, here also before conjunction, here after conjunction, and when is used, here conjunction, At that time, phrase is used. And here, in every sentence, you are going to find after, before, or when conjunction is used. And here, the train dash leave the platform before we reach the railway station. మేము రైల్వే స్టేషన్ కు చేరుకోవడానికంటే ముందే ట్రైన్ వెళ్ళిపోయింది ప్లాట్ఫామ్ నుండి. Here both are completed action. And leaving the platform and reaching the railway station, both are completed action. Which one is earlier, which one is later? మేము రైల్వే స్టేషన్ కు చేరుకోవడానికంటే ముందే ట్రైన్ వెళ్ళిపోయింది అంటున్నాం. ట్రైన్ వెళ్ళిపోవడం ముందు జరిగిందా, రైల్వే స్టేషన్ కు చేరుకోవడం ముందు జరిగిందా? రైల్వే స్టేషన్ ట్రైన్ వెళ్ళిపోవడం ముందు జరిగింది. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద ప్రేయర్ యాక్షన్, దట్ ఈస్ ద lateral action. Prayer action must be verified in the past perfect tense. Past perfect means what? Had plus V3, leave, left, left. Had left. The train had left the platform before we dash reach the railway station. We reached the railway station. Isn't it? Patient dash died before doctor entered the operation theatre. డాక్టర్ ఆపరేషన్ థియేటర్ లోకి వెళ్ళడానికంటే ముందే పేషెంట్ చనిపోయాడు. పేషెంట్ చనిపోవడం ముందు జరిగిందా, డాక్టర్ ఆపరేషన్ థియేటర్ ఎంటర్ కావడం ముందు జరిగిందా? హియర్ పేషెంట్ చనిపోవడం ముందు జరిగింది. సో ద పేషెంట్ హ్యాడ్ డైడ్. Seeing die is a verb, death is a noun, dead is an adjective, deadly is an adverb. Patient had died before doctor entered the operation theatre. I dash have my meal before he had. అతనికంటే ముందు నేను తిన్నాను. ఎవరు ముందు తిన్నారు? నేను. ముందు జరిగింది I. So prayer action must be verified in the past perfect. Had is the helping verb. What is the main verb? Have. What is the third form for the have? Have, had. So had. I had my meal before he had. Past simple. Here you should not be confused. I had my meal before he had. One had is the helping verb, another had is the main verb. I had my meal before he had. That becomes past perfect usage. We dash discuss this matter after she dash leave this place. ఆమె ఈ ప్రదేశం నుంచి వెళ్ళిపోయిన తర్వాత మేము ఈ మ్యాటర్ డిస్కస్ చేశాము. హియర్ డిస్కస్ చేయడం ముందు జరిగిందా, ఆమె వెళ్ళిపోవడం ముందు జరిగిందా? వెళ్ళిపోవడం ముందు జరిగింది. సో డిస్కస్ చేయడం తర్వాత జరిగింది. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ద lateral action, దిస్ ఇస్ ద prayer action. So we discussed this matter after she had left. After she had left this place. When she dashed see a tiger, she fainted. Here, when. If we think that the action was going on in the past, we use the past continuous. If the action completed, we use the past perfect use. See, just we have seen, she was dancing when I entered the hall. ఆమె నాట్యం చేస్తూ ఉన్నది నేను వెళ్ళేటప్పటికి. ఇక్కడ మరి పని కొనసాగుతున్నట్టుగా ఊహిస్తామా, పని అయిపోయినట్టుగా ఊహిస్తామా? When she dashed see a tiger, she faint అంటే మూర్చపోవడం. ఆమె టైగర్ చూసి మూర్చపోయిందంటావా, చూస్తూ మూర్చపోయిందంటావా? ఆమె టైగర్ చూసి మూర్చపోయిందంట. Here we think that the action is completed. So when she see a tiger, seeing ముందు జరిగిందా, fainting ముందు జరిగిందా? ఆమె చూడడం ముందు జరిగిందా, మూర్చపోవడం ముందు జరిగిందా? చూడడం ముందు, మూర్చపోయిన తర్వాత ఏం చూడలేదు. So when she dashed see a tiger, she fainted. Seeing is the prayer action. So had, she saw, seen. When she had seen a tiger, she fainted. When she had seen a tiger, she fainted. At that time, the bus dash coming to my view, I just prepared to move. At that time, ఆ సమయంలో బస్సు వచ్చింది, కదలడానికి సిద్ధమయ్యాను. బస్సు రావడం జరిగింది, కదలడం తర్వాత జరిగింది. So here, this is the prayer action, this is the lateral action. Prior action must be referred in the past perfect tense. So, had, come, came, come. First form, third form is the same. Come, came, come. So, had come. It is not the even, it is the beginning. And at the time the bus had come into my view, I prepared to move. See here, this is the usage of past perfect tense. Regarding the past perfect tense, there should be two actions in a sentence. Whenever you come across two completed actions in a sentence, both the completed actions must be referred in the past tenses only. If the earlier completed action must be referred in the past perfect, latter action must be referred in the past simple. And generally, after, before conjunctions can be used when conjunction is used in the past perfect. And here you come across before conjunction, here also before conjunction, here also before conjunction. And here also after conjunction, and here when conjunction. Whenever you come across the when conjunction, if the action was going on in the past, we use the past continuous tense there. And if the action completed in the past, we use the past perfect there. See, in your IP exam, past perfect usage, past continuous tenses is the most important. From these two tenses, you are going to get 1 mark in the IP. See, it is very clear, I think, regarding the past perfect usage. See, now you have seen past continuous usage, past perfect usage, past simple usage you have seen, and you might have got the concept, and you refer your textbook. In the textbook, page number 120 and 121, you are going to find some exercises related to the tenses. Go ahead, and if you got any doubts, and ask me. Thank you.